So I'm making a Halloween box card for someone named Cindy Bennett from YouTube, who is a friend of Richard Wilson's from the channel Real Men Craft 2. And I thought since I'm going to be making a box card, I would show her and everybody else who wants to see it how the sausage is made basically. This is how I make a box card. Okay, so this is my computer screen. I'm not doing any screen share. I'm just looking at the computer screen. So um, what I have is I'll show you everything after I've already cut, because I don't want to have to move all of these things uh, from mat to mat all over again. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. So this is the image for the back of the card. This and these are for these are the side panels, and then this is going to be for the front of the card. Then the next one, and these are, by the way, these two sheets are print and cut. This is going to be on the inside of the card, but on the back, in the back of the card. So then that I already removed because it's the envelope. I'm not going to make the envelope right this minute. Here is the crow. Here is a piece of two little pieces that go on the pumpkin. This is the second layer that has the crow on it. Here are these two pieces. This is the first piece. This is, I don't know where this goes, but anyway, I think that goes on here, but I'm not positive. And then this is part of the frame of the box. This is going to be the side panel, this as well. This is the front. These are going to be going across here in front of the wood pieces, and then here's the back of the card. And so all of these side pieces are going to glue to the back of the card and the front. And this piece, I combined all of those onto one sheet. This piece is going to be on the front of the card, and then here's like the stem of the pumpkin. That's empty because I moved these pieces right here are supposed to be a different shade of brown, but I'm gonna just use the same. So that would have been that one. I'm just gonna use the same. I'm using this color actually. Here are these pieces right here are for the flowers. This right here and this are for the parts that are going to have the diamond drills for, that go in the back. This is, I made this to go in the very back, but this is going to go on the inside in the back. You'll see. That one I emptied. This is going to be, this piece right here is going to be part of that back where the diamond jewels are going to go. That's going to be embossed first. This is going to be the leaf that's going to be on the front of the card, and these little dot things right here, those are going to have diamond jewels on them. This is going to be a leaf in the front, and here is another piece that I'm going to emboss that goes in the on the inside in the back. And then these are the leaves, red leaves for the front of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the print and cut portion of the episode. And I will go ahead and print that, and then I'll cut it, and then I'll show you how the machine actually cuts it. So here is all the paper that I'm going to be using. These two pieces are for the print and cut for the images, and then here are all of the other colors that I'm going to use. Okay, so I've printed this sheet out, and now I've got to put it on the cutting mat. And this is a standard grip mat, and it's brand new. So it's probably going to stick really too well, and I'm probably going to end up having to print another one because I'm not going to be able to take it off. So I just got to line it up so that it's even on there. And then I don't want to press it too much. So I'm going to go over to the Cricut now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press the start button so it can start cutting. It's going to read those registration marks first. And it's a very interesting process of the print and cut, and then also the cutting of the regular paper. So I had it so that it printed over where it's going to be cut, so that when it does cut it, there's no white lines all the way around it, which is the way you see like when you buy stickers. It's very interesting how this thing knows what to do. I mean, obviously it's a computer. Obviously it's going to know what to do, but it's just interesting how it all works. And I mean, they are a little bit expensive, but it is a good investment. So now it's finished. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to peel the pieces off on the desk. Okay, first, actually, let me get the plastic, because you have to place it on, you have to place it on something, and then this is how you remove the paper. And especially when it's a brand new cutting mat, you have to remove it this way, because then it'll be easier and it won't curl the paper up. So there is a process to this whole thing. It does make it more difficult when the mat is brand new. Plus, it's a standard grip mat, which is stronger than the light grip mat. And I don't have any light grip mats right now, so I have to use what I have. Okay, these two are off. So now, this piece is going to be a little bit more difficult. Shoot. Get my spatula if I can find it. Okay, here it is. There's that part. Okay, I'm just going to take this off first. Okay, set these off to the side. My spatula. Oh, no, it seems fine. I have another sheet, and I was going to say that I might have to copy this to the second sheet and do another one, but it seems to be okay. There's another part. Might have to do that. Yeah, it depends on how it looks when I'm finished. When I take it off, it looks fine. Let me see. Yeah, it looks fine. Um, yeah, it's fine. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, so this is what the card is supposed to look like. This is the way they made it over at SVG Cuts, and this is their logo right there. SVGcuts.com. The person who designs all these, her name is Mary, and she does a fabulous job on every card that I've ever seen, that I've ever bought, that she's made. And so I love buying her box cards, and people love to receive them because they are really nice box cards. As you can see, she uses a lot of inks around the edges, and it just adds, gives it a little more character, which I suck at, but I do try to do it as much as possible. I have a whole bunch of inks. So anyway, so this is these are the SVG files. This is in Cricut Design Space, and let me just adjust this real quick. So this is Cricut Design Space, and so this is the back of the card right here. This is the message area, which I didn't make yet. This is the left and right side. This is the front of the card. Here's this leaf thing with the cattails and or as I would call them, nature corn dogs. And then these red, I guess they're leaves, I don't know. Anyway, then there's this layer right here, this one right here. It's got like a, I don't know what you'd call that, but this card reminds me of like a Fabergé egg. It's called a pumpkin diorama box card. But so it's going to have this little piece right here that's going to stick on top of that, and then there's a leaf. And then I do believe that in the image that I just showed, she has the leaf on, yeah, she has this leaf on the inside, in front of the piece with the crow or the raven. So I don't know why I have it sitting here, but I don't know. Anyway, so here's the raven piece, and these two pieces right here. I'm going to actually create some diamond drill circles and place them in these shapes just to see if they will fit, and then I will add those to that, I think. No, actually, it may not be a good idea because you're not even going to be able to see it. So never mind. But in this thing right here in the back, that is like, here's like a sun, and these are like a field. So I was going to emboss this just like that because I have that embossing folder. And then I'm going to lay out some drills in those lines, and this one going this way. So that's these, and then I put the graphic here, and then that pumpkin shape that I showed or that I mentioned before, that goes behind this graphic. And then these two pieces right here I actually made after I had finished cutting all of the pieces. I had to create these because the paper that I had for these two layers right here that go inside the card, they're too thin. They're 65 pounds, and I need them to be 100 pound cardstock. So I cut the sides off. So I'll just glue these behind these two, and that'll strengthen those so that the card won't, like, fall over or whatever. Not fall over, but like I don't know how to explain it. Where they will go, limp like this. So because this is 110 pound cardstock. Oh no, I'm sorry. That here, the actual box, this is 110 pound cardstock, so this will be strong. But I needed these to also be strong. So these are those pieces. So anyway, I'm going to lay everything out on the desk and start inking and gluing. Okay, so I have my phone connected to my computer with the phone link so that I can record it on the computer so that I can actually see what I'm doing. So I have everything out, and except for the embossing folders, which I've got right here. This is going to go for the these pieces right here that go in the back. This is going to go for the these pieces of wood that go across, and then so I will emboss those first. And here are my brushes for the inks. Here are the inks. I have the white for the crow. I have the orange for the orange parts. Black just in case. I don't know if I'm going to need that. And then this has a whole bunch of different colors. And I bought this from Amazon, and someone said I was being too cheap, but I don't use inks that often. I'm not going to pay, I don't know, it was like $10. I don't know how, I don't remember how much this was, but this was expensive. I'm not going to pay a lot of money for every single color when I can pay like $10 or whatever this was for little ones, because I don't use it that often. It's too big of an expense for something I never use. So anyway, this is the thing that I use to clean these with. So I keep that there, and let me see. Okay. Oh, and here is the ball. This is like for fondant or fondant, whatever. I had a clay set for polymer clay, and I had a metal one. And the person who gave me all the clay and all the clay tools asked for it back to give it to her niece, I think. But in all fairness, I wasn't using them, and I told her that, and so I told her, if you ever want them back, let me know. So she took them all back. So I went to Michael's and got this, and it's actually a lot better to use the plastic, because the metal I was afraid was going to mark up the paper. So it's better that I have this anyway. And then this is going to go, one of these is going to go into the, or on top of the flowers. I'm going to use the one of these brown ones. So she, on Mary, used a big thing that looked like a big button, but these are the perfect size. So let me go ahead and move things over so I can emboss these pieces. It's just the this piece and this piece for the lines. Set this up here, move this over here. So this one, the lines are going to go across. So I'm going to have this sitting in here like this. And then this piece, the lines are going to go like this. So I'm going to have this at a little bit of an angle like that. And then I'm going to sandwich this in these. That is a little, well, it's well used is what I'm going to say. So here's my little Sizzix Texture Boutique. I opted for this smaller one because there's no point in paying $100 for something when these embossing folders are 4x6 usually. So these pieces are now embossed, and there we go. Okay, there's that piece, and here's this piece. Awesome. Now for the ones that have the wood grain, I'm going to go ahead and lay them like this, and then I'm going to use the ink to mark the wood grain a little, so it's a little more pronounced. I don't have to, but I want to. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get it in there perfectly. I'm just going to get it in there, period. And this, I don't remember how much this Texture Boutique was, but it was not that expensive. And the only thing that costs a lot more is the actual embossing folders, which I can buy, or I usually buy a whole bunch of them in a set, and they have like a whole bunch of different patterns for different, like Valentine's Day or Christmas or Easter or whatever. And this, I believe, is one of the Christmas ones. I'm not sure. Okay, so that is the embossing that is already done. Don't need that anymore. Put this back out. I got my inks. Let's see. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna ink these because you can see the wood grain. So I think it's fine. These are good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just fast forward through this part. So I'm putting the glue on the pieces right here, and you'll see that I'm using a brush, and this is a little foam brush that I bought from Michael's Craft Store. And I'm using the brush instead of my finger because I used to use my finger and I'd get glue everywhere. And I'll use what I do is I put the glue on, and then I'll use something to spread the glue around and also to remove the glue so that there's not too much glue in there, because if you get too much glue on there, it also gets everywhere. And I'm using the little brush to put the white ink on the crow or raven, and using the white ink on the black paper really gives it a lot more definition. So and then here are the orange pieces that I put on the sides of the pumpkin. I really should have used there's like these little puffy things that create like a 3D effect because it makes it stand out. But I should have used ink on those that I forgot. So and here I'm putting the back piece on to make it a little stronger. And I realized that I forgot to put this little brown piece under where the crow stands, or the perch that he stands on. And this is that orange piece that I forgot where it went. This is where it goes. And I put that on without realizing that I needed to put the side pieces on first. So I ended up having to put those on and use my spatula to lift up the orange piece so that I could, tuck that side piece under there. Um, so I always forget, and then when I do the next card, I will remember. The first card is always my lesson card, and then but I only made one this time. And then here's the graphic, and then here is the back piece that's you'll see when you flip the card over and look at the back. And I didn't put the message part on. I did that later after I finished the video. So I'm putting those there, but I'm not gluing them on. I just wanted to make sure that I knew how they went on. And here I'm putting on the side pieces. And I didn't use the brush just to spread it out or anything. And also I didn't use the brush on this. I used my finger because sometimes I'll use my finger. I don't know if I even had a paper towel or something to take that off my finger or not, but I think that's how I ended up getting glue on the side. And then I'm putting the Aleene's tack it over and over glue on the part where the diamond drills will go on the leaf. So that actually, because it's a time lapse, it took a while before that was dried. And I dropped the bottle on that piece right there that I'm gluing. And then I flipped this one over on accident. I had to clean it up. And I ended up cutting those pieces again and re-embossing them, and decided I'm not going to put the glue on it to put the diamond drills on it anyway. So, because you're not going to be able to see it anyway. It would have been nice, but like that little piece at the bottom, you would not see it all. And I'm using the ball tool for the fondant or clay to curl up the flower petals, which I think is a brilliant idea. I don't remember if I saw that from Mary from SVG Cuts, or I don't remember where I saw that, but that was a very good idea to use that. And here I'm picking out the color for the green that's going to go on those that vine. And I found one that's like perfectly matches, almost perfectly matches that green color. But honestly, I should have just used uh, a, a little darker color instead of the a matching color. But I wanted it to match. And here I'm folding the leaves, and then I'll ink them with the black ink, and I'll also ink my finger up. And then just gluing them on. And then I start putting the flower petals, or I start inking the flower petals, and I flattened them out because I wasn't thinking that I would need to ink those first and then curl them, which is what I normally do. But for some reason, I just wasn't thinking. I always I always not think when I work on the first one. So I'm just gluing them back on, or gluing them onto the card, and um, I will take that piece that's going to go in the middle of the flower, and I have to use the Aleene's glue on there to tack it over and over glue so that I can glue it on, because I don't want to use the Elmer's glue and then have it fall off. It's just better to use the diamond painting glue to glue that together. When I'm gluing the pieces onto the inside of the card, I used to put the card together, I mean the box frame, and then put the pieces on the inside, but I always made a mess. So I learned how to do it like this, and it's always better to do it like this, for me anyway. And it just makes more sense for me. And so this card is about done. Well, so here's what the box card looks like, the final product. This is, it kind of looks like it's not even centered, but it is. Well, it's almost off center, just a little bit. But I had to put the Aleene's glue on there because these, I thought they all had stickiness on them, and that you peel the white thing off, because some of them had the white thing. I thought you'd, just have to peel that off and then you'd be able to stick it on, but apparently only the silver ones had those. So, so I had to use the Aleene's tack it over and over glue on there. I wanted to put the uh, diamond drills inside there in the back, but I just had trouble. And then I ended up dropping the bottle on top of it and had to cut new pieces and emboss them. And to be honest, you're not even going to be able to see them that well anyway, so it doesn't really make it any difference if I put diamond drills in there. I got the diamond drills in here, and I think these are just fine. I would really like to have put, you know, more diamond drills on these, but this has the wood grain, and there's a little bit of, glue, which that bothers me. It happens almost, not every single time I do these cards, but a lot of the times. And I've got black ink on my fingers. Um, but anyway, so uh, I would have liked to have added diamond drills to the sides or the whatever, but the wood grain is better to have than diamond drills. Sometimes less is more. But I added the ink to the edges of these red leaves, and I added the orange ink to the edges of the flower petals, and oh, and I added white ink to the Raven, because that's what Mary did from SVG Cuts. I didn't really want to add a lot of inking to a lot of places like this, and I thought I was going to put diamond drills along these, but you're not really going to be able to see them anyway, so it just, you know, less is more. You know what I mean? So I haven't put a message on the back yet, but I will. Or I was actually thinking just to leave it blank, so that if the person who's going to receive this, Cindy Bennett, decides that she wants to give this away as a card for Halloween, then she can. And also leave or make a blank envelope. But I got the graphics from Design Bundles. This has crows or ravens on it. I don't know. What's the difference between a crow and a raven? Anyway, so this has ravens on the graphic, and the same with this. It has the ravens on there. So actually, that looks more like a pigeon, but it was from the set that has the ravens or crows or whatever. Yeah, those look like pigeons. Anyway, so this is called the Pumpkin Diorama box card, and it is one of my favorites. So I hope you like it, and tell me what you think. Thank you for watching.